Okay, and we want... Are we going live? Okay, and let's do this. Stream is live. Excellent connection. How do I share this thing? Thumbnail. Restriction. Language, licenses, etc. Live chat. Stream settings. Copy URL. And we are good to begin. Okay. So checking audio. Can you hear me? Can anyone hear me? Well, I'm going to assume that you probably can. I'm going to turn down the sound a bit actually, because tends to be a bit on the overwhelming side. Okay. Why does it keep resetting? See? This is a problem with this. Okay. Okay. So that 12, so 16 by... Okay. Maximum quality, 1600. 900. And... I think... Cancel that. Okay. Fine. If it refuses to play nice, we're just gonna roll with it as is. Single player, create character. Alright, let's do this. And we are going to be old school, human fighter. And let's rock. Okay, so we get 3 points to throw around. Battle stance gives +2 AC but reduced speed. Okay. Knee breaker, smashing your opponent. So slow and damage and knockback and okay. So let's put 2 points in shield bash and 1 into knee breaker. That should give us a nice combo. Now, as you can see, we are locked in the human fighter. There is no character customization. We start no gear, anything. Okay. Benefit from fighter weapon talents feature with both one-handed and two-handed weapons. So what's the weapons talent feature? Is that down here? Okay, we've got weapon talent. Benefit from fighter weapon. +2 +1 on attack with one-handed and two-handed weapons. With these, yeah, these are all stuff that I've got apparently. Okay, and these ones with the ticks and stuff? No. Versatile talent. Okay. So, apparently, this is only available to human fighters. God forbid I made some other race of fighter. Okay. I think I'm just gonna get +1 damage to one-hand weapons because I seem to be going for a sword and board build. Don't really need range right now. Melee training, I've got... Oh, I'm a fighter, but I don't get proficiency with bows by default. That's not very Dungeons and Dragons. One-handed blade focus. Let's get that too. We're going with a pretty boring build, but yeah, no, it should be effective. So let's start this. Yep, I will live with this point assignment. Okay. So, how is everyone? All having fun? Ooh, it's starting now. Ominous! Thunder, mountains! Ooh.
In the heart of Daggerdale, deep within the ancient dwarven mines of Tethyammar, a great tower has been constructed. Its sinister existence has remained a secret until now. Its creator is an agent of evil known as Restless.
In the name of Bane.
Okay. Basically, we got teleported in, and by the most sus lady ever. And yeah, time to go beat up some barrels. Because barrels are the worst, and we hate them. Okay. And so we can block with our spacebar, which is helpful. We can beat up barrels with our sword. The camera's chasing us, as you would expect of a chase cam. And so, yep. Door opened, and it looks like we have a quest to save. That why are we suddenly walking? Fights are not a good time to start walking. Okay. Well, we hit pretty hard. And dwarves with hand crossbows. If there's one weapon I associate with dwarves, it's hand crossbows. Okay, so we can't go down that way. Have to go this way. Aha! More barrels, my true foe. Why do they keep storing gold in barrels? Like, this seems really impractical. And another cutscene. Okay. Okay. And another cutscene. This really breaks your flow. And I'm being teleported around. No. Killing though. Taking my barrels and going home. And another cutscene. Seriously. How am I supposed to pay any attention at all to this if it's all just cutscenes and, you know? You can't just jump from frickin' cutscene, then 5 seconds of gameplay, then cutscene. The barrels are fighting back. Oh no. Oh, I've got throwing axes. Nice. And another. I don't care. I do not care. Where was I? Where even was I? Okay, I was over here. Because yes, storage barrels. That's money, and a chest. Potion of healing and money. I need those. You know, potions of healing are good because they keep you alive. Oh, we've got a viewer. Hello? You having fun over there? What have you been up to? Okay, one to use a health potion. I've got 7 health potions, but I haven't taken that much damage. Wow. You are just a conjurer of disappointment. Okay, yeah, I've come here to rescue you, I suppose. I'm actually here to just kill barrels, but you know, you were between me and the barrels, so I suppose I will rescue you. Is that a Kopesh? Why is that a Kopesh? Am I stuck here now? Oh, another cutscene. No, just okay. Just roll with that. So inventory. Kopesh, how does that compare to my current weapon? So my current one does 2 to 6, 1 to 7. You know what? I'm gonna use it because that seems like a cool thing to have. Cloth arm. Why am I wearing cloth? These are the questions we must ask. Right. And slash hack. Smash. It's yes. Smashing barrels. Gripping gameplay. So, bit of history on this game actually. This was released back in, I think it was 2011, to cash in on the 4th edition of Dungeons and Dragons. Unfortunately, 4th edition wasn't a great edition of Dungeons and Dragons to begin with. But, okay, so I can't go back. They don't like me going back on this one. 4th edition wasn't a great edition of Dungeons and Dragons to begin with, but it was really begging for a video game to come out. And, you know, it had a lot of potential as the basis for a video game. Unfortunately, this is possibly the worst adaptation of a Dungeons and Dragons game imaginable. In the worst format. I'm fighting with the camera constantly. Doubly so because of those bloody pop-ups. Okay. So, sell that. Sell that. Sell my stick. And I've got some money from all the barrels I've been killing. Could get a fiery hand crossbow. Club of free action. I get a bonus with blades though. No. Potions of healing. You know what? Let's just buy out potions of healing. Okay. So what's down here? Where does this lead? Okay, so this is where we were at the beginning of the mission, so that's not so bad. I'm gonna heal up with one of my new healing potions, and it was down here they have the big drill because, you know, I'm not sure how they're powering that, honestly. Yep, I can see that as a path. Word of warning, mine's okay. That's great. I don't think that he protects non-dwarves. Why am I going down here? Is some evil wizard thingy? Oh yes, he's got a tower underground. Because if I'm going to build a tower, I want to make sure I build it underground. Oh, come on. You just watch. We're going to get caved in on, and that is going to block us off. And, you know, no going back. I called it! I called it! Okay. So, let's kill these frickin' barrels, because they're very clearly evil. Let's serve the ancients, but I can't use that because I am too low level to work out how to drink it. I can drink other potions just fine, I just can't drink that one specifically. Don't ask me how that works. Right, well that seems to be effective. Yeah, as you can see, this is not really doing much with the mechanics of Dungeons and Dragons. It's very clearly a third-person brawler in gameplay, but it's kind of making vague references to Dungeons and Dragons as part of its marketing, as best I can tell. This auto lock-on feature does not really help. It does not leave me with much control. Okay, you've been hearing strange noises, understood. Now, we've got 2 ways up. I'm going to explore here because I don't doubt I'm going to be locked out of this content the moment I leave, so I might as well kill all the barrels, because barrels are evil. They're our true enemy here. We will hunt them all down and defeat them. Every last one. Where did he come from? Like, I literally just cleared that area. This mage is tough compared to all his buddies. Gotta say, there's not much to the combat. I mean, I grant you I could be using my special abilities more, but still, it's a very hack and slashy combat. And, you know, we're not even close to leveling up yet, so we'll see how this all goes. What am I killing here? Oh! Okay. I'm gonna need to use those special abilities after all. Where did those goblins come from? How did I get over here? Oh, that's where I was. Okay. Oh, portal. Convenient. Yay, portals. Okay. Yeah, you are on the Tower of the Void. Yes, I'm on a mission to speak with the Tower of the Tower of the Void. Because you know, towers shouldn't be underground. That's my philosophy. And as a result, we must destroy them all. Anyone who has a tower underground kind of has this coming. I mean, when was the last good person that had a tower underground? Okay, I have a helmet. It neg1 to attack, but necrotic. You know what? I'm just gonna roll with it. Oh! Look at those wonderful textures! That's what this game is famous for. Having its fantastic textures packs. Yeah, hey, I'm not the one that built a tower underground, mate. I'm not the insane one here. The Grand Gates. Okay, hang on. Let me work this out. We got Grand Gates at the bottom of a mine. Workers have you can. Okay, I'm siding with the workers. I'm going to unionize them. Oh, it's just. I feel like I am. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's talk to the union leaders, because I know which side I'm taking in this conflict. And it's the side with the better pay for workers. I will kill all of these barrels, by the way. There is no saving the barrels. The barrels are doomed. No one is safe from the barrels. So... Now... I'm not entirely sure why they've decided to go with the whole breaking barrels thing as part of your core gameplay loop, but very clearly it's intended, right? We've got so many barrels, and it's the best way to make money. It's just killing barrels. It was a decision. Doesn't really capture Dungeons and Dragons very much, in my opinion. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I just was completely unaware in my dungeon mastering that breaking barrels is how you're supposed to play. Okay. Union Leader. Hello, Mr. Union Leader. No, I'm actually here to side with you. Yeah. It's called capitalism, you know? That's just the way it is. Okay, yeah, I'm down for killing goblins. You'll be forever in my debt? Oh, my friend, you have no idea. I take stuff like that seriously. Okay, so let's sell off the short sword. Sell off the club, because I don't get any bonuses with that. Dwarven Helm versus... Let's go with the resist. Don't have anything, you know, there. I can't afford any kind of decent armor yet, so I'm just gonna wear cloth. Okay, rhubarb. What have we got here? I really feel like, as dwarves, if you're going to be conquering a lost dwarven mine, maybe bring more warriors, and don't bring the workers in until after they're secure. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm not exactly a dwarf myself, but I assume that there's something about that somewhere. Hang on. So what are you doing out of the safe zone, mate? No idea. Look, if I see anyone, I will report them immediately. Breaking barrels, I mean, that would be just cruel and sadistic, breaking the barrels of the dwarves. Who would do something like that? That just ain't right, man. It just ain't right. So we're gonna go this way first, because it appears this is where we can find some goblins. Scratch one. Okay, I am going to destroy this mine shaft with my sword. Don't ask me how I've managed to get a Kopesh as one of my first weapons. They're generally kind of exotic, but okay. So why can I not? So I have to secure the area, huh? Why did I stab over there? This is the questions that I must ask myself. Right. I'm doing a special attack. Why does it go away from the camera and away from the lock-on target for its thing? This game is strange. Okay. I'm not sure. So, stabby stab and shield bash. Like that. Oh. Yep. Let's stab a mine shaft to death a bit. Because, screw you, mine shaft. Oh. That's a bad sign. Yeah, there are no, what's the name? Textures in this game. Apparently, none at all. Okay, hitty. Wow, what exhilaration. So, now let's talk about 4th edition a bit. 4th edition was really not a good Dungeons and Dragons game, but that doesn't mean it wasn't a good game. It was really more of a tabletop war game than a tabletop role-playing game, and that was its primary flaw. Everything was geared around combat. Everyone had a huge hit point pool, except minions, who had exactly 1. And thus, the entire gameplay design was about, you know, having the characters fight large groups of minions with a couple of boss monsters to kind of give the illusion of being really badass by having a bunch of artificially weak creatures. Now, I'm not going to say that it was probably the best balanced edition of Dungeons and Dragons ever. I'm not sure that's a compliment though, because it achieved this balance by basically turning everyone into a spellcaster. Everyone had the same amount of abilities that they could use the same number of times per encounter or per day. The abilities did about the same damage for all of them. It was just not that fun to play, frankly. And as I said, it wasn't a role-playing game, it was a war game, which happened to, you know, bear the Dungeons and Dragons nameplate. There's not much depth to this combat, is there? Now, as I said, 4th edition was not my favourite edition of Dungeons & Dragons, but it deserved way better than this as a video game. And it was absolutely capable of it. What it really needed was one of the isometric top-down video games that Dungeons & Dragons has traditionally done a lot of. So that would be stuff like Icewind Dale or Baldur's Gate, those sort of games. Dungeons & Dragons excels at that sort of game. It does not really excel at third-person action hack and slash. Particularly one that's very obviously only half finished. But, here we are, playing one of the worst adaptions. Now, one interesting thing to look at in the difference between 4th edition and 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons is the approach to magic items. 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons doesn't assume that you get magic items. It assumes that magic items are, even the relatively uncommon common ones, are kind of a bit on the rare and special side, which is an approach I like. It's, you know, they're magic items. They should not be just a common disposable thing. Whereas 4th edition was balanced, assuming that you would have very specific sets of magic items by the time you were X level. There was no, you know, oh, you might have, no, at 3rd level you were expected to have +1 weapons, you know, etc, etc. Right up to, I think they went up to +10? It's been a while. And basically there was a very strong meta on what items were worth having. And because of how it was set up, it was very easy to make sure you had the items that you wanted, which is nice. But it also meant that everyone had the same items. As I said, you know, it had a meta. Oh, we've got dramatic fight music. Maybe we'll have a tough fight here. Or, alternatively, we'll have this fight. One unusual choice that 4th edition decided to go with was that mundane items were not actually worth anything as loot. Which, it was a choice. I'm not sure that it was a good choice, because it really gave a weird economy feel to the game. You know? If you're gonna have mundane items as a thing that exists, then you've got to be able to sell them for something. Magic items were so ridiculously common that it wasn't actually an issue for long. Even when I'm using my abilities, I don't really feel the secondary, like, I'm not really noticing much knockback on my knockback ability. And the enemies that I hit with the slow ability seem to be moving just as fast as the ones that I'm not. See? Hack, hack, spam heal. This is, okay. Well, that's done. My true enemy. And now we head over here. I'm probably gonna play until we hit level 2, because this gameplay is really not impressing. You know, it might be nice to break out the old 4E rulebooks for a game at some point. See if I can actually make it something fun out of it. Because, as I said, it's not a system without merit. It's just really not a good Dungeons and Dragons game. And here we go. No, nothing here. Heal back up. A lot of the stuff that we actually kind of take for granted in 5th edition got its start in 4th edition. Like healing as a bonus action or as a reaction was first introduced in 4th edition so that the healers could, you know, actually join in doing stuff rather than just spending all their time healing. Which, you know, that's a fun choice because it means that you're actually getting to play the game rather than spend all your time healing the walking bags of hit points that you call a team. And if there's one thing that we know, it's that you can't out-heal a team that's dedicated to getting itself killed. Case in point, look at this Daredevil strategy of rush in and just carve through everything. This is suicidal. Seems to be working. As long as I've got healing potions. No, okay. And I lose half my level because I'm back here. And yeah, I think I'm going to call it there. No sense in torturing myself anymore. So what do you guys think? Leave a like and leave a comment. What did you think of 4th edition? Was there anything that you liked about it? Was there anything that you felt that, you know, should be ported over? And I'd like to quickly thank my patrons. They are what gives me the opportunity to do this and actually get to pretend that it's working, which is rather lovely. So yeah, I will see you guys next time. As always, stay safe, be well, and have fun. Bye.